Tired of games only being on Windows? I am, so
I'm building a gaming PC.
here are some of the things we'll be looking at. Power. How far can I push this PC without it exploding? Aesthetics. Is it cool enough to show Ice Cube? Experience. Is it good enough to ditch my Mac? Starting off with the motherboard, I got the Z790 Aurorus Elite AX for $230. This is literally the brain of the PC, so make sure you don't cheap out on it.
Well, this looks a little bit scary now.
At the size of my MacBook Air, it has features like Wi-Fi 6, PCIe 4 support, and DDR5 memory compatibility. These are all things you should look for when choosing your motherboard. Also, when choosing your CPU, make sure it's compatible with your motherboard. I went Team Blue with the Intel i5-13600K. At the size of a Nintendo Switch game card, this CPU has 14 cores, 20 threads, and a clock speed of 5.1 GHz. Cores are pretty much how many workers you have, and clock speed is how fast they work. If you're primarily into gaming, go with an 8-core high clock speed Ryzen CPU. But if you're interested in productivity applications as well, consider Intel CPUs because some software applications prefer them due to their performance scores.
Ooh, that was clean.
Also, watch out for the CPU naming convention, and don't be this guy. Moving on to the RAM, I got the Corsair Vengeance 32GB DDR5 6000 RAM. DDR5 is the latest and fastest RAM out there, and the higher the mega transfer rate, in this case 6000, the better. The RGB does come with a premium, but it's worth it if you're looking into aesthetics. For storage, I picked up a 2TB NVMe SSD Samsung Evo Plus. There are two different types of storages, SSDs and HDDs. SSDs are faster and more reliable than HDDs, but they can be more expensive. SSDs are labeled by their interface type, such as SATA or NVMe, with NVMe being faster. I also got an extra 500GB of storage dedicated exclusively to my system storage. This way, if my Windows files get corrupted, I won't lose all my data. For the case, I went with the Corsair 4000X RGB case, which comes with 3 pre-installed RGB fans at a reasonable price.
Well, that's a lot of wires.
Major things you should look for in a case are if it can fit your GPU, if it has good airflow to prevent overheating, and if you care about looks, does it look aesthetically pleasing. Installing the motherboard into the case was a pretty simple and straightforward process and took only about 20 minutes. For the CPU cooler, I got the Corsair H100i Elite all-in-one liquid cooler. There are two main types of coolers, air and liquid coolers. Air coolers often provide high-performance cooling at a lower cost and with fewer moving parts, enhancing reliability. Liquid coolers, on the other hand, are more expensive, but offer better performance and aesthetics. The type of cooler you choose really depends on your budget and what you want to do with your PC.
I don't think this fits.
So this radiator, it's like getting stuck by the RAM at the back there.
So I'm just gonna buy a smaller version of this fan. I'll be back.
Just got the smaller version of the AIO, so let's install it. Adding the power supply basically went like...
That's a lot of wires.
Make sure you use PC Part Picker to confirm that the power supply unit supplies enough voltage to your PC. With most of the PC complete, it's time to move on to the most exciting part, the GPU. For about $600, I got the NVIDIA RTX 4070 Founders Edition. It's like incredible. The 4070 in particular has 12GB of video RAM, which is used to render graphics. NVIDIA's RTX GPUs come with ray tracing capabilities, which simulate realistic lightings and shadows in games. They also have DLSS, which uses AI to boost frame rates. Some people argue that AMD GPUs have a better price to performance ratio, but honestly it's up to your preference. This made me realize something. There's always a trade-off for every decision you make in building your PC. Whether it's value versus features or AMD versus Intel, you're always balancing something. Even if you buy the most expensive option for each part, you might miss out on something that another part offers. That's why before building a PC, it's important to know what you want to do with it and plan accordingly. But maybe that's just the way life works. No matter what you choose, there's always something left behind. So this is what all the parts connected look like. I'm actually so exhausted right now. Like I spent so many hours into this, probably like at least 10 hours, both yesterday and today combined. And so it would probably take a good day if we were to build this. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it.
Alright, this is the moment of truth. Let's see if this PC works. Oh, that's awesome. Yo, this looks sick. Come here.
This is amazing. Alright, let's plug in the HDMI cable. I set up my computer and made sure to turn XMP on in BIOS so I could utilize the maximum power of my RAM. Then I installed Windows.
It's 2:57 a.m. right now.
So the next morning I added the final touches to the PC and prepared for the final reveal. Hey guys, it's been a year since I built a PC. Yeah, it's been a while. I got pretty lazy with the editing, not gonna lie. But the upside is that I've had a whole year to really put this PC to a test, so I can give you guys the best review. So starting out with aesthetics, I give this PC an 8 out of 10 for several reasons. This PC has the perfect amount of RGB lighting, all synchronized beautifully with the ICOE software which comes with all Corsair products. However, I wish the case was less clunky and featured more open glass panels for a sleeker look. For power, I give this PC a solid 9 out of 10. This PC handles every game at ultra settings with impressive FPS, and it manages multiple applications simultaneously without any lag. However, there's a slight performance dip when it comes to productivity tasks like video editing. But since gaming is my primary focus, the overall power still deserves a high rating. And lastly, for the overall feel I had with this PC for the past year, I give it a nice 9 out of 10. I have absolutely no buyer's remorse as this PC has caused me minimal problems and has worked amazingly. Over the past year, I've been using it way more than my Mac, whether it's in gaming or productivity tasks, to the point where I forget that my Mac even exists. I think this PC was well worth this investment, and if I had to build it again, I absolutely would. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. I'm trying to hit my goal of 1,000 subscribers and really helping a lot. So I'm going to try uploading more consistently, so if you have any video ideas, leave a comment down below and maybe they'll become a future video. See you guys later.